work, drive to work.
Welcome to Yellow Brick Road. Welcome to Yellow Brick Road. Welcome to Yellow Brick Road. I'm Jordan, and today I get the rant about Dave Smith. I'm just here to take down Opeth's favorite commentators. I'm here to just wreck them one by one. But before I get started, don't forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Check them out, read them, donate. None of them go to me, except for the one at the very bottom. That is my link. Don't worry about that, though. Everything above it, donate, you bitches. Do it now. Thank you. All right. So here we have Dave Smith. And I saw this little clip. I'm like, okay, minute and a half. Let me just fucking, boom. You know, just riff through this motherfucker. And it's about like his, well, if Trump goes to war with Iran, and I guess what Dave would do in response to that. Kinda, maybe. All right, here we go. Play? Can I hit play?
And they were like, they'll probably cheer him on if he launches a war in Iran. And then I saw one guy underneath that said, it goes, I know Dave Smith sure will. And okay, it's just like a comment on Twitter, but I was just like blown away. And I'm not blown away by much, but I was like, does anybody actually thinks I would, just because I'm like, well, I did support this guy, so I'll rationalize and like defend getting in another war in the Middle East? Is that...
No, I would not have thought that. That's bad marketing. Not saying you're doing it strictly for marketing, but if you were, let's say Dave was a grifter, which I don't think he is, but let's say he was, that'd be bad marketing because of your prior stances, and you didn't play it safe like Tim Pool did, to where like you're kind of hinting at something but not really saying it, or maybe you say something, you take it back 5 minutes later, right? If you're grifting like on that level, then you might be able to get away with it. It's like, all the chips are down. We got to go to war. Right? But you can't. I don't think you can do that, Dave Smith. I'm not saying he's a grifter. I'm saying if he was a grifter, that'd be some hard work to pull that one off. Right? You'd have to already set a precedent. Right? Alex Jones, he took time and worked on turning his character around so that he would be okay with all that war in one place or another. Like, he worked on it to be able to do that. I don't think he did that, so, you know, that's you can't do that one. But, all right, here we go.
Actually thinks I would, just because I'm like, well, I did support this guy, so I'll rationalize and like defend getting in another war in the Middle East? Is that... But just for
Another
anyone
war.
who may have that, I will say this. If Donald Trump actually does launch a war in Iran, not only will I not support it, I will apologize for the rest of my life for voting for the guy.
Now, I'm going to stop them there. I think you should already be doing that. I think you should already be like, damn, I fucked up. I'm sorry. Like, the things we've seen, just what we've seen so far. I don't know how, like, unless this clip is, like, months old or something. I don't think I think it's more, maybe it's, I have to assume it's more of a recent clip, maybe, like, yesterday, or maybe the day before, but it's not weeks old, and it's not months old, if I had to guess. And if you're at this point with us in modern day, if you're in today's world, you know, April 1st today type shit. If you're around here, Dave, if this Dave is around that time period, you should already be apologizing. I truly believe that. Like, yo, I'm sorry. Because listen, I have a platform, and I'm sure I got other people to vote for Trump. I'm sure because of my opinion, other people started voting for Trump too. Because I'm a trusted voice or trusted name or whatever the fuck. In which case, you should already be apologizing. I mean, on every phase with Trump in office, on every phase, every topic, every genre, he has fucked it up. Well, not saying he fucked it up as in made a mistake. I mean, he's showing his true colors, which is a full-blown neocon, which was already known, right? Like, if you would have asked me my opinion the night before the election, and Dave said, hey, I'm going to go vote for Trump, right? And let's say he got other people to do it too. I'd be like, you should be apologizing right now. Apologize right now. Now, if you're thinking I'm being too harsh on Dave, you have to think about the circumstances. Yo, Dave, did you think any, as far as innocent people getting with bombs falling from the sky and they would die from it? Did you know that was probably going to happen under Trump? I would assume he'd say yes. But then I'd assume he'd rationalize his vote for Trump by saying, well, the other person would do more. They'd bomb more. Which, again, there's no precedence, no evidence of that situation at all. Right? I hate that type of voting or thought process because you don't fucking know. And if this guy had to put all his money on the line, like, will Trump bomb innocent people? He would have to, like, yes, if he had to put all his money in on it, he'd say yes, he would. Which means you know that's going to happen. You're just debating, like, to which degree. Will it be 5 less than Kamala? 100 less? 1,000 less? Another rationalization might be, well, Ukraine and Russia. Okay. I bet all these fools had high hopes when they saw the Israeli Palestinian, when they saw the ceasefire, Israel and Hamas ceasefire thing. They're like, look, Trump's already changing things, man. They had all these high hopes. They're like, you idiots, fucking dumbasses, fuck. But yeah, I mean, I'll be fair. I'll say it would be predictable that Kamala would send weapons and money to Ukraine. I just thought it'd also be predictable that Trump would send weapons and money to Ukraine. I just thought that it's also predictable. I don't know. And then the way he's gonna quote unquote end the war, I'm sure like they just want a material result of the war ending. But like, what would actually happen? Would it actually be like, oh, Russians and Ukrainians hugging? Oh, the war's over. We're all hugging now. Like, do you think that's going to be the case? Like, it's just slowing down or quieting a conflict that seems like it'll just keep going on and on and on, right? Because once again, Russia's worried about Western powers and NATO and all that shit encroaching on them, and Western powers and whoever are all worried about Russia encroaching past Ukraine. Like, so I'm like, damn, like, I would have said as soon as you pulled the lever, you should be apologizing. I mean, at this point in this video, he's not saying he's apologizing yet. He's waiting until we go to war with Iran. Like, do you know what's fucking going on over there, Dave? I'm sure you know. You're an antiwar.com reader, right? I'm sure you know what's going on in Sudan and Somalia and Yemen and Gaza and fucking expanding into other countries of Africa, Lebanon, Syria. Like, Trump contributed to all of that, and now he's in office continuing it. I swear to God, if there's a clip of this fool saying, "Well, he didn't start any new wars," you know, before before the election, if that was one of his talking points as a reason to go vote for Trump, he didn't start any new wars. I swear to God, like this. I mean, baffling stupidity. Baffling. So, once again, this is my excuse to rant. Sorry, Opeth. Hate to do I told you so shit, but there it is. All right, here we go. Here's more of this.
May have that. I will say this. If Donald Trump actually
not so smart guy
launch a war in Iran,
Dave Smith.
Not only will I not support it, I will apologize for the rest of my life for voting for the guy. That undoes any positive that might have come out of this. So just to be clear on that, it would be the most disastrous policy, and I just can't even believe. I mean, maybe that guy didn't even mean it, but I can't believe anyone would think, like, you know.
Okay, that I would support our war with Iran. That's so crazy. Fair enough. I think that'd be crazy too. I wouldn't assume that either. But I mean, once again, there's destruction happening around the. Maybe like if it's just. Maybe in these guys' minds, if it's like just 1 or 2 or 3 families dying, like it's okay, like because Kamala would have killed 5 or 6, Right? If that's the rationale, like, there's no way you should already be apologizing. Already, off rip. You should apologize before you pulled the fucking lever. Like, straight up. Because, once again, it's like, I understand if someone's like, strategically, I have to pull the lever for Trump because this will save more lives. That's why I'm doing this. But, you know what? I still feel like shit pulling this lever, but I gotta do it. That may be his stance, but in this video, at least, he's saying, I will openly apologize because we're weighing benefits versus we're weighing positives and negatives with each other. I'm like, at what point, like whose kids has to die for Dave Smith to realize, like, he is sure, Dave, your podcast will be fine, your studio will be fine, all that shit will be fine. You'll still be popular on Twitter and YouTube and all that shit, and wherever the fuck your comedy, stand-up comedy. That'll be awesome. But guess what? Someone's worlds are about to end. Like, there's people's worlds that are now ending. Like, straight up. And if you say, like, well, dude, that's one of the negatives, but look at the positive. Like, I'll be like, yo, get the fuck away from me. I don't want to, like, get away from me, man, before I yell at you. Like, before I get angry and outflank you on righteousness. Because I will get fucking pissed if someone brings that shit to me. No more gay volleyball, though, right? Fuck. Worth it, huh? If this video is from 2 days ago, I need to figure out how the positives are winning right now. Like, what's the positive and negative balance here, Dave? Where are we at? Where you're not already regretting. Why does it need, like, why would a war with Iran push you over the top? Like, what? Like, what hasn't happened that's been fucking negative? Like, seriously. I'm wrecked, bro. But, you know, comfy chair. Here we go.
Clear on that. It would be the most disastrous policy, and I just can't even believe. I mean, maybe that guy didn't even mean it, but I can't believe anyone would think, like, you know, that somehow we're now in the business of just sucking up to Donald Trump. Fuck that. I was as sharp as goddamn critic in his first 4 years. I was a pretty sharp critic for the next 4 years after that. And I supported him this time because it just seemed like in the moment we had two options and one was clearly preferable.
You were sharp. So, okay, so then me and Dave have just a difference in morals here. That's what happened here. Me and Dave just have absolutely, completely different morals here. Because he was sharply following him for 4 years, then sharply followed him for 4 years after that. And then right now, in the moment, he's like, damn. Based on all the information I know about Donald Trump, from the, I mean, just smashing Obama drone strike records and civilians killed, by the way, just smashing the records, right? With all that sharpness that he was paying attention to, he's like, damn, Kamala's going to do worse. But even with that, wouldn't you be like, yo, listen, guys, I'm going to vote for Trump. I'm sure plenty of you guys are going to vote for Trump too. And maybe even do it because I said it. But let me tell you this. This is not going to be a feel-good moment. Like, this is like, we've already seen the death and destruction that this guy is willing to do. We've already seen it. It's probably going to happen again. There's no signals of that changing. So thus, this is a vote I don't feel good about doing, but it feels like it's necessary to defeat a greater evil. Isn't he from New York, too? Like, his vote didn't even... If he's in New York and his vote for Trump didn't do anything, but yet he got other motherfuckers around the country to vote for it, like, I'm wrecked. And guess what? Here's the beauty of all this. Hopefully people in the Discord can hear me out on this one. Here's the beauty of all this. None of these fanboys can come up to me and be like, well, what are you, a Kamala supporter? They can't do that either. So it's like, well, just say you fucked up and we'll keep it moving. Dave should, once again, Dave's waiting for the war in Iran to happen before he's like, yo, this was a bad choice. Like, listen, I understand the lesser of two evils, but based on what we're getting so far, there's no way, like, wouldn't your outcome be like, okay, that's so far in a direction that I can't support either one of them. Right? There's just no way I can do that. My conscience won't allow me. I'm wrecked. It'd be hard to imagine Kamala being, based on these first months, it'd be hard to imagine Kamala being actually worse than Trump on this. Not saying she'd be better. I'm saying like extra worse than what he's already doing. I could see equals. Well, my philosophy and my morals already consider them equal. I don't care if you kill 2 families or 5. Like, you're either an idiot or you're corrupt and you shouldn't fucking be there. Get the fuck out. And there's no fucking chance in hell I support you doing that. Or we'll support you at any point. Straight up. That's GG's. You're done with me. I don't fucking trust you to represent anything resembling me. I don't trust you to be able to do that. So, get the fuck out would be my answer to all of it. It's just sad, like... I mean, I hope... Here's another thing I hope. I hope there wasn't someone in the comments, wherever Dave was reading these, I hope there wasn't a comment saying, like, yo, you should apologize right now. Because if there was, and you skipped over that one to look at someone, like, saying, look, Dave's going to support the war in Iran. That's called low-hanging fruit. But then again, I'm doing that by pointing out these guys. All right, it's whatever. There's a couple seconds left. Here we go.
But I have no loyalty toward Trump or anyone in his cabinet or
no, but it's too late.
Anything about the administration. I have loyalty to my principles and my country and my family. But
okay, we're just gonna yada yada yada. I'm not a Trump dick rider, but I did vote for him. I did get others to vote for him. Maybe not on purpose, but that's probably what happened. And you know, I watched him like a hawk, but clearly not enough. Because somehow some shit that seemed, once again, sorry to toot my own horn here, no pause, but a lot of things felt very predictable, as in the things he's doing now, he was already doing in his first 4 years. He was already doing it. He just sped it up. That's it. Same thing now. It's bizarre.
Yo, so are you still not on? You still don't think he's talking hella zesty?
No.
This sounds mad zesty to me, bro. I don't know why, bro.
He just sounds like Northeast motherfucker. Maybe like suburban Northeast. I don't know.
You think he's gonna apologize?
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna sit out here and just predict the all-out war with Iran, but I'm telling you, it's right there on the table. all things needed to make it happen have happened already. Straight up. Whatever angle you want to look at it from a military standpoint, from a political standpoint, from a conspiracy standpoint, from a fucking prophecies, at least from that standpoint too. Everything's lined right the fuck up for it. But let's be real. I don't want to hear an apology. Like, well, if you want to apologize, go ahead. That's on you. But I want to hear all-out coverage and never let this shit happen again, Dave Smith. Never let it happen again. Like I said, it was not some Nostradamus fucking soothsayer, fortune-telling shit that made me think, like, wait a minute. People think Trump's going to do what? Peacemaker? What? That was some magic shit I did.
Some of these guys aren't being honest, though, because there was also the cultural shit, too. That played a huge role. We just gotta be fair. With Dave Smith, in particular, yeah. That played a huge role.
Well, tell them to fucking stop being little pussies about it. Stop being pussies. Like, listen, maybe you don't want trans girls playing girls' sports, but Dave, you shouldn't play sports with me because I'll shit all over you, bro. So, like, it wouldn't be fair if you played in my sports either, Dave Smith. So, like, start making rules for these fools. Straight up. The Dave Smith and Jimmy Dore rule. Don't play sports with Jordan. He'll shit all over you. It won't be fair. Let Dave and Jimmy Dore have their own leagues to play. Oh, man. Can you imagine Disney movies starting some sort of revolution where these, let's be real, weak men are so desperate to At least the culture changed. Like, no. It didn't change. He's banning things, bro. He wasn't like, all right, I'll write a rule that make sure we never have to use someone's pronouns, or we don't have to let trans men or women play in cisgender sports, whatever it's called. Oh, we don't have to like write a rule that you can't force people to do that. Instead of writing that law, he says we're just outright banning it. It doesn't exist. Oh fuck! If you're in the government, you recognize as a man or a woman. That's it. It's like, is that what you guys asked for? Don't worry, it's not them on the line, so they won't fucking care or notice, right? It's not their families on the line. It's not their lives on the line. Don't worry. So it's like, okay, if it's someone else that happens to. Just like these bombs blowing up in the Middle East, right? Waiting for Iran. Like, there's fucking whole families dying already? You know that, right, Dave? Hey, Dave, you know that, right? They're trying to prop up dictators in fucking Somalia right now, bro. They're boosting up people and knocking motherfuckers out.
It's like, yo, so Yemen wasn't enough? That's not enough for you, Dave?
It's got to be Iran.
Holy shit, dude.
Maybe it's an idea of like risking.
Like it's a clout thing. It's like a clout thing. Like, yo, nah, Iran, yo, nah, man, it's too much. Yemen, man, whatever. But Iran, no, I can't do Iran.
See, like for me, that's enough. Like, yo, this dude. In fact, that whole Signal Gate tweet thing or text thing, that should have been 100% enough. Like, yo, these fools waited for this motherfucker to be surrounded by civilians. Not when he's by himself on his way there. When he's surrounded by civilians, that's when we blow him up.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That shit's crazy. Yo, I don't know if this is fact, but I heard like they for sure can prove one guy is innocent that's in the El Salvadorian gulag.
Oh yeah, I've heard this.
Like this dude is like a judge is like, yo, bring him back, type shit.
That was the Joe Rogan one, right? That they're talking about.
Oh, that's what they're talking about.
The fucking gay hairdresser who got picked up and sent to El Salvador.
I think I sent you a clip by Joe Rogan on that.
Okay. Well, yeah. I got all night. Ready to do videos, baby. All right, let me end this one. All right,
yeah.
So there's my rant. Sorry, Dave, but I think that was a shit take. You just like, I know it sounds good. Like it makes you sound kind of good. Like, damn, I'm not some Trump dick rider. If he goes to war with Iran, I'll complain about it. Like, it's good for you, man. But once he starts adding in, oh, if we go to war with Iran, I will apologize for my vote. I'm like, wait a minute, you're not apologizing for your vote yet? Not yet? With all the shit that's happened, you're still satisfied with your vote. I am wrecked. But maybe it's not touching his world, so he's chilling. I don't know. I hope not. I hope it's. I don't know. I don't know. It sounds like he's defending his vote he made. That's what it sounds like.
No, but you're right though. It's just as simple as that. Like, yo, you should have already done it, because if you're talking this way, it means you're gonna get to that point, and if you don't, you're fucking sus. You're already sus, but like it's like, yo, let's be on a reasonable doubt that you're sus. Because you kind of have to now. Because Trump ain't gonna stop. Trump gonna kill. He's gonna continue to kill people.
Yeah. And
so for all this heat to be on his foreign policy, to where like you guys got to talk about it in like a scary way, like, oh man, no, this shit's going. I can't get behind this. It's like, yo, how do you expect as you see the flow happening? Because it was like, yo, this guy he has nothing to run for. He won. He got everything he needed out of it. There's no losing for him now. What Trump says will go until somebody stops him, which we haven't seen yet, basically.
Yeah.
And the foreign policy has shown aggression. What's it? A peace through strength? Like, that's some bullshit, bro. He's bombing people. He's telling people, yo, I'm gonna sanction you. I'm gonna starve your people. Palestinians, get out. In every scenario, Zelensky, Yo, even Jamal Thomas was talking like, yo, man, the way he's talking to Zelensky, like, yo, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
Yo, I didn't understand what you were talking about Zelensky, like, where he said he's not taking a deal. I didn't really understand what you. And then I saw this shit. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And also with this again, Dave. Just, once again, in case Dave Smith sees this video, which he probably won't, but in case he sees this video and hears this portion of the video, he doesn't have to. Once again, you should. I want you to just start apologizing now because he doesn't have to go to war with Iran anymore. The table is set. He used his first 4 years to start setting the table. Biden continues it, and now Trump is extra ramping up setting the table. So if he doesn't fire a fucking bullet at Iran, the next president that comes in could be doing it. The table is full blown set, like straight up, and like I'm telling you, man. I'm not gonna say the war is inevitable, but Jesus Christ. He pulled out of the nuclear deal to tell these motherfuckers to get back in a nuclear deal. That's wreckage. Off rip.
At the same time, though, there is a part of me that's like, he ain't gonna do shit. I do feel like that's on the table in the way it's being presented. He'll do some soft power shit, but like boots on the ground, like or missiles sent. Like I don't think any of that's going down. I see a lot of people talking that way, and I always like my first inclination is to be like, no, that's not what they're gonna do, because it's like dropping nukes. Like yo, there's no benefit to them dropping these nukes. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter what you gain. Like you don't want contaminated land. You don't want. I think they learned from that. They're like, yeah, you want to bomb things, not contaminate the property you're trying to acquire one way or the other.
Yeah. But I
Either
mean,
by lending it to puppets or flat out taking it.
like, if once again, this is not an understatement. Israel is literally trying to wipe out a race of people. They're trying to wipe them out in front of everyone. There's
I
internet, there's
understand that.
cameras
Yeah,
everywhere. They're
I
trying to wipe
understand
them
that.
out. Iran might do something about that. They might
Well,
jump into that fight. In which case,
let's
that
see what
means the
happens.
U.S. will jump into that motherfucker.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
so I don't want to say I can't worry about that, but it's almost like I gotta see what Iran does first, if that is the case.
yeah. I mean, they've been showboating on Twitter, you know, for the
Yeah,
past whatever
China's
days.
showboating
Like, look at our
Taiwan too.
missiles.
Everybody's crying about China too. Like, oh, Taiwan is doing military practices, or China's doing military practices in the Taiwan's borders, their waters.
Bro, these fools are acting like Chicago fucking gangbangers and shit. These fools are tweeting each other like, "What, bitch? You ain't hit nothing, bro.
Dude,
I'm outside your house right now."
Dude, so let me ask you this. This is for all the Trump fans. Why does it seem like what Trump's done on the national scale as far as foreign policy? I don't want to say that the Biden administration didn't help in this, because they certainly did.
Hmm.
And like he's picking up the pieces they left, and he's making it where it seems like not more than ever, like there's a power vacuum where these fuckers feel they can do shit around the world because Trump's in office. Or it's like not the sign of respect and strength, and it's like the opposite effect.
Oh yeah.
It's a sign like, oh, we can take shit now.
Well, he throws threats out to Yemen, right? Bombs them, and Yemen's like, "What's up, bitch?" They literally respond tweet to this motherfucker like, "Yo, what's up, bitch? We're still here. We took down a couple more of your drones too. What's up, bitch?" All right, what someone said is like $500 million in drones have been taken down by by the Houthi fighters. They're still bombing naval ships. They're like, "What's up, bitch? We don't give a fuck." Like you bomb them, they get louder. They're like, "What's up, bitch? We're still here." So it's like, yeah. As far as like show, like the Houthis will they're not gonna like what happens. They're like, yeah, we will. Come on, bitch. Come on. Like, that's what's happening, Anthony. He's threatening, and everyone's like, we don't give a fuck about what you think, bro. Like, that ass, like, was that shit in Game of Thrones? Where the dude working for Khaleesi killed. They do like a 1v1. The dude kills him and then pisses on the ground in front of him. Like, what's up, bitch? Like, that is what is happening. So,
Yeah.
and it's like, to be real, like, he can't do it. He can't really do anything about it. You know, the only thing he could actually do to actually stop them is send troops, which is not. He's not going to do that with Yemen. No chance.
No.
So it's just,
Well,
it's just Twitter threats at
it's
this
like
point.
they know they can't do it, bro. I'm like, how are you gonna sell it? They can do it. They can do everything they can as far as artillery is concerned, except deploy, like official, like boots on the ground shit. Like they can't
Yeah,
do that.
yeah, and they
They kill a lot of people before they
Uh,
do that.
I bet they could. They
Huh?
they wouldn't do it like in the current situation. They can't do it. But we've seen over and over when things flip. When 9/11 happened, everybody's down for war, or not everybody, but most people were down for war. When lockdowns came for during last Trump's, okay, we need lockdowns. Everything flipped. All the rules, like the situation changed.
yeah.
So
But I can't see it.
Yeah, but you got to think about it too, Jesse. It was there was like a counter revolution to what BLM was in the riots and shit. I'm talking about like unequivocally, this man says we're sending 75,000 troops to wherever, fucking Tehran or where, like you, he can't do that shit.
Not yet.
He could bomb Tehran before he sends people, and they'll still fuck with him.
I think that's the only. I think that's the only way Yemen gets invaded by U.S. soldiers is if they actually go to war with Iran and then they start spreading soldiers across different places in the Middle East. That's the only way. In which case, that's that's going to turn the world war pretty. Yeah, that's going to turn that. I think.
I was just talking about like MAGA, like MAGA is gonna ride with him until he does that.
I mean, well, yeah, a lot of dumbasses there. Like they should already be like, yo, like once again, he didn't shoot a missile into Iran yet, but he has been setting the table up since he got in office his first go around. They've been absolutely setting the table, and it's like, yo, that should have been like for me. That would have been enough for me to be like, I can't support this guy, bro. I can't call him he didn't start any new wars. I can't do that shit with this guy, even though he did start. Like, he spread militarism around the fucking world. He did that, but he doesn't get credit for it, obviously. I don't know, man. The point is, all right, let me just end this video. There's the rant reaction to Dave Smith and some of the seemingly either hypocritical or contradictory ideas he's working with here. He's going to wait for... that's the thing that puts you over the top, an Iran war. It's not the students getting fucking deported or attempted to be deported. It's not the blank check funding of Israel as they're massacring people. It's not the bombing in Yemen, Somalia, Sudan. The rebels that he funded during his first term, they now run Syria. He's also obviously been funding Israel, which is moving into Syria and Lebanon. He calls everyone who would be a counter to Israel in the area a terrorist, or like basically a terrorist group, thus opening the floodgates for them to get fucking bombed. Ukraine, Russia, I think he's taking Zelensky's side in regards to but I'm wrecked. I think you should be apologizing right now, Dave. That's the main point. But there you go. There's your video. Please subscribe if you like. Comment. Agree, disagree. Tell me what you think. If you're a Dave Smith fan, do you feel the same way you felt? I mean, do you agree with Dave here? Or do you agree with me that he should already be apologizing? Like, yo, I fucked this chick. Not apologizing like, oh, I'm so sorry for this. But just saying like, yo, I fucked up. I thought it was going to be one way. It's gone another way. Even though it was easily predictable that it was going to go in a more creepy neocon way. because the guy has shown himself to be a neocon. Whatever, make your argument. Don't forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Check them out, read them, share them, donate. Share them on Twitter. If you got a blue check mark, share it everywhere. Do it. And more importantly, more important than anything, more important than Dave's apology, give this video a thumbs down.
Say you wanna get in, and then you wanna get out. When you get the money to buy yourself a car.